Hi, my name is Norton Rodriguez, and today we're going to be teaching on the basics of entertainment. And of course, this is a Christian perspective. So if you understand the Bible, or you want to be a Christian filmmaker, this is the place to be. You need to know the basics of entertainment. A good director, a good producer understands everything about entertainment. Now, the world has learned it a different way. They go to school for it. Some have it built in them already. Some people do have that calling of they can figure out, what's entertaining, what is not. They learned the steps. But what I want to teach you when we go into the side of the Lord and the side of Christianity and the foundation of the Word of God, the Bible, then we need to see God's intention when He created entertainment, because God is the creator of entertainment. We know God created everything. And through all these videos that we're going to be producing, you will know that, of course, and I always will mention it, God is the creator of all things. But you have to understand that the foundation of everything comes from God. The world doesn't want to believe it. That's fine. They can do their own thing. They can keep doing their own thing until God touches them, of course. And then they can receive the truth through our Lord Jesus Christ. But in the meantime, as Christians, those who feel the calling, of course, are called to produce films, videos, and all kinds of entertainment. And next time I will talk a little bit more about my background and everything I've done. But this video is mostly about the basic of learning the true art of entertainment as God envisioned it. So the first thing we need to understand is that God is the creator of entertainment. He created it. And I'm going to show you how He did it and why it works. It's the foundation of everything. Okay, so here we are. Basically, it's a painting of the Garden of Eden. See Adam and Eve over here. We see the animals, right? We see the sky back here. We see the birds. I want to reveal to you the God of the constant motion. God is a God of constant motion. What that means is that everything that God created always have a constant motion. It's always moving. Everything that He created it alive and moving. Like in the case of the animals, right? We have animals, they move around. The animals don't stay still too long, only when they're sleeping, and even then just for a while. They wake up, they move around. The birds in the sky, they're flying. There's always birds. Adam and Eve as well. They moved around, they moved about, they could see things, they could walk, they could run. Again, the sky, we look at the sky, we have the clouds, the moving clouds. God created the clouds to be in constant motion. They're always moving. If you film the clouds in time lapse, you will see the clouds, even though that they seem not to be moving, they are moving. So everything is moving. Now, if we go out into space, we see that the world, it's also in constant motion. The planets are in constant motion. The universe, they say, and it's been proven that it's constantly expanding. It's constantly moving. So everything that God created moves. And this is a key element of the foundation of entertainment. Now, for example, it's not the same thing of looking at a picture like we're doing right now, and it kind of gets boring, right? The eye, what does the eye do? The eye looks around, it looks at everything. Okay, there's lions, there's this, there's that. When the eye finishes looking around, it's just okay. Nothing is moving. Go to another page or whatever. So that's what normally happens. If nothing moves, you get bored. Like same thing. You have a movie that you're watching. All of a sudden, you see two people sitting on a couch. They're quiet for a little while, and you're kind of waiting. Hello. It's kind of weird, right? If they don't move and they just sit there like watching TV, it gets boring, right? So this is a little secret about entertainment. Entertainment is about constant motion. You always want your actors to be moving in the scene. I don't mean like constantly like running or doing normal things, but never have your actors just sitting still doing nothing. Everything that God created created it with a constant motion, perpetual motion, I like to call it. So our God is the God of perpetual motion. If you see right here, you see the waterfall right here, right? So the water is constantly moving. The water of a river, the water of the ocean, it's in constant motion. You go to the beach and right in the shore, you'll see that, the waves are coming in and they're constantly, right? They're constantly moving. So God made sure that everything was going to be in constant motion, including the trees. If you notice the trees, they move about, they can move side to side, their leaves fall. All this action, this constant motion, created an ambience of entertainment for who? For Adam and Eve. So the idea that God had behind all this was to create a world that would be entertaining for Adam and Eve and their children and their children's children, right? The idea was to create a constant entertainment. But here's the cool thing about it that you may have not thought about it, but God did. God's idea was that this entertainment would be eternal. Remember, God created everything eternal at the beginning. It is eternal. I still believe the earth is eternal, by the way, and there's a place in the Bible that does say that. But here is the thing. He really had an issue, right? He was going to create mankind on planet Earth, and how would they be entertained? I mean, he knew he had to entertain. I believe the Lord loves entertainment as well, because we see the revelation of that in how he created the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve, everything, even Adam and Eve, they entertain with each other, right? Whether they're talking, whether they're walking around, whether they're doing whatever they're doing. And it's just, everything is different. Every day is different. Today, the lions are, here in the picture today. Tomorrow, they may be drinking water over there. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, the lions are over there now. They're not, they were here yesterday. Oh, where's the zebra? I don't see the zebra. And this is how the entertainment works. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes. Everything moves about. The animals that are here today, they may not be here tomorrow. Another animals come in. The waterfall. Hey, let's go to the waterfall. Let's go under it, see how it feels. All this stuff God created. That's why he created a huge world. So there would be different things. Every state would go now and travel. It's different. It has its own different things. I'm from Miami, and Florida is very flat. So, we love going to North Carolina, for example, the west part of it, that, the mountains, Tennessee. We love mountains. My wife and I love mountains. But here in Florida, everything is pretty flat. But guess what? We got great beaches, we have a lot of great things here. What I want you to see is that God himself also had to confront the issue with entertainment and how he would entertain Adam and Eve and all the animals as well. Animals love to be entertained as well. They don't like to be bored. I mean, I have 3 chihuahuas, sometimes you'll see them behind me, and I have 5 cats. And in them, I see how they love to be entertained. Sometimes they're sleeping half of the day, but when they woke up, they want me to play with them. They want me to pet them. So, entertainment, everything that God created was for entertainment. Now, as a producer and director, you're going to be able to understand a little bit about, okay, how do I entertain an audience? For example, let's film a scene where there are 2 people sitting in a couch and they're just, flipping channels. Nothing exciting is happening, right? But all of a sudden, something is burning in the kitchen. What happened? She runs over there, and it so happens that she had some food that was burned. And now you just created an action. Now the guy that was there with her now goes into the kitchen. So now you see how you moved in a normal scene that would have been, maybe kind of boring. 2 people on a couch flipping channels and just talking to each other. You create a little action where now you move them to the kitchen. They talk about a little bit of what she was planning to do, and then he says, well, forget it, let's go out and have dinner somewhere. The next scene is them having dinner. Now they're talking and delivering the lines that you want them to say. So see, those are the things that experienced directors do. And this is exactly why
Steadicams were created, jibs, dollies, drones. All these were created to create constant motion when a scene needs it. So when scenes are filmed, this is why a dolly in, all these things that you could do creates an action within the scene. And this is something that directors need to do. It's important that actors also move in the scene, not just having two actors standing there at all times, but have them move around, having to move and grab something somewhere, or maybe someone calls them up and they move over there, move from one scene to another, all within the one angle, using Steadicams. Now, of course, you have, and sometimes even inside, you could use a drone to get some really cool shot that we couldn't get before. Now you understand why all these elements, all these tools, filmmaking tools were created so that we could use it and create motion and create action within the scene, even when two actors are just having a conversation. This is entertainment. This is creating a constant motion. This is what it's all about. We started in 1992 shooting Christian films.
I need to borrow your truck.
Beastown being one of them.
Take it.
And before us, in the 1950s and even 40s, there were Christian filmmakers shooting movies on 60mm film. Now imagine them. They had no idea, they had no experience, yet they produced these great little films in black and white. You still find them, and you can still see them today. Then they went into color, but they were cheesy, they didn't have the experience. They didn't go to film school like a lot of secular filmmakers do. So we had to learn from scratch, remember. And the church didn't have the money. Christians didn't have the money to make movies. I mean, they're getting better already. Now some are getting into theaters, and they're really good. Some of them are really, really good. You go from being just an average filmmaker or a first started filmmaker to a great filmmaker by knowing the foundation of entertainment. If you don't have the foundation that God gave us about entertainment, and I just show you how everything is in constant motion, that means don't produce boring scenes where two actors, they're sitting there talking and talking. You want to change the pace of things. You want to move things around. You want to move them from one scene to the next. Have something happen. I mean, something that's relevant, of course, to the story. I will show you scenes on how I shot Hidden Rage, and I'll show you the pace and the things I did and why I did them. So we're all going to learn a lot from this. I enjoy it. I enjoy teaching it, and I know some of you are going to love it as well, because back then when we started, there was nobody teaching this. We all learned from pretty much trying to see others do what they're doing, copying a little bit of what Hollywood was trying to do. But God now is speaking to us, and He's telling us what to do and how to do it, and how to do it properly and professionally. So I hope you enjoyed this short teaching. I enjoyed talking about it, and there's more coming up, step by step, on how to become a great Christian filmmaker for the glory of God. That's why we're here, and thank you for checking out this video.
Was anybody shot?
I don't know. You don't talk to me like that.
Talk to you however I want.